Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. And some of you may have seen, I recently did a YouTube short video, I guess as they're called, talking about how important it is to have your horse understand ground tying. So this is day 3 of teaching this horse here. This is Trooper. And one of the goals that the owner had for me was to teach him to ground tie. He took to it pretty easily. And so I'm gonna show you in this video how to teach a horse to ground tie. So one of the first things that you need to have going for you to teach a horse to ground tie is you need to have the horse reasonably settled. And what I mean by that is some horses that you may want them to ground tie are horses that are like high-headed and dancing around and just cannot stand still. Well, before you teach them to ground tying is like a maneuver. Teaching them to stand still is more of a fundamental that they need to have. So you might want to play with that horse, move their feet around, get them to where they can willingly stand still like he is, okay? Once you're here, now you can start to teach them to ground tie. And the way we're gonna do this, I just wanna let you know, if you're a member of my Patreon page, which is $10 a month, you can ask me anytime, hey Ryan, I'd love to see a video on this type of this training or this technique or this game, and I can make those videos for you. So if you wanna request a specific video about how to train your horse, and if you wanna see other videos that are really cool, some more content, join my Patreon page, and I look forward to seeing you guys on there. If they're really green at this, you might drop the rope and hold the end of it, okay? If you think they're gonna buzz off right away. So I'm gonna drop the rope there, and then I'm gonna just kind of walk around. Now you see he kind of followed me off there. So now I need to show him that the relief is right over here. So what I'm gonna do with him is I'm gonna pick up a feel on the halter. I'm gonna drive his hindquarters around and make that just a little bit uncomfortable for walking forward, and then I'm going to come back here. I'm going to say whoa, and I'm going to drop that lead rope again, okay? Now, with him, I'm at the point where I could completely let go of the rope, but I'm just kind of showing you this, and you could use a longer rope if you don't want to let go if you're in a field. I'm in an arena, so if he got away, he's not going to go too far. But then you're just going to kind of mill around here, right? So you can see there, he thought about walking off, but then he decided to stand still. Now, you could use backing up, or you could use that hindquarter yield. Okay, so there again, I let him take several steps and follow me off. Now, this time, I'm going to lift up on my rope, and I'm going to ask him to back up by lifting my hand up. That's just kind of a more uncomfortable way to do it so that there's a little bit of pressure there for walking forward. Whoa. Drop the rope, and then immediately I'm going to wander around. So that time he took 2 steps and then he stopped, right? So a lot of people, if their horse takes a little step or leans, they're like, oh, I got to fix it. It's like you got to be careful that he's not halfway doing what you want and halfway not doing what you want. Let him get fully committed to doing the wrong thing before you go in there to fix it. That makes it more black and white to the horse, more clear. So don't micromanage him. Drop that lead rope. Let him take several steps, okay? And then as you do this, the 2 things that you're going to build is how long the horse can stand there and how far you walk away from them, okay? So he's getting pretty good at this. This is day 3 here. So I'm going to come over here by the fence, and I'm just going to kind of hang out. And so I'm probably about 20 feet away from him. I'll go where you guys can kind of see me on the camera. So we're getting pretty far away now, okay? You can see him watching me. I like that he's wanting to watch me. He's still trying to be a good boy and be connected. But again, I'll just mill around. And again, if he goes to walk off, I'll be ready to step in there. And I would not go this far away if I wasn't like 90% sure that he was going to stand there, okay? So this is something you build gradually. I'm showing you me progressing distance pretty quickly, but again, this is our day 3 of doing this. And this is just a fantastic skill to have for, we do that. For me, I do this every time I saddle them. If I go to get my grooming tools, I'll just walk over and do that and have him stand here to be saddled. So it's a great skill to practice with your horse. It gives them a lot of responsibility. It also demonstrates that you understand how to do less first and you're not managing a horse. Most of us really want to manage the horse, and people want to hold the lead rope really short here and kind of hold them and keep them still. People a lot of times will want to use cross ties when they're saddling or tie the horse up. I don't do that because potentially the horse could feel claustrophobic there and pull back. Unlikely, my horses, if they're prepared, they're not going to do that, but just as kind of a safety precautionary thing, because I saddle up a lot of green horses and horses that are really new to everything. And so it's a really safe way for me to prepare them and teach them to stand still. And then if I have a horse that does this, it would be easy to tie that horse up. You know, you guys can probably picture seeing a horse tied while being saddled and dancing around in the cross ties or while they're tied. So they're tied up, but they don't really want to be saddled. And you can end up making them harder and harder to saddle at that point. So teach your horses to ground tie. It's a great skill. It's super easy. It just takes a little bit of time. And from here, you can progress to asking him to stand still in different locations. I've been consistent with this location for day 3. Tomorrow, I'll move him somewhere else. So yeah, a lot of fun. Give it a try. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.